Welcome to this video. Today we'll uncover from a financial perspective why some people remain poor while others have discovered the magic formula for accumulating wealth. The book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, which has sold over 32 million copies worldwide, reveals that true power doesn't come from earning a lot of money. Instead, the reality is using money wisely. The main reason the rich keep getting richer and the poor poorer is that financial literacy isn't taught in schools. Poor parents often struggle to explain how to make money to their children because they themselves are caught in the same predicament. So they pass on what they believe is the best advice: go to school, study hard, and get good grades. Robert Kiyosaki had two father figures in his life: his biological father, who was highly educated but financially inept, and his friend Mike's father, who was wealthy and financially savvy. His poor dad often told him money is the root of all evil and constantly lamented about not having enough. On the other hand, his rich dad taught him a completely different perspective at a very young age, starting when he was just 9 years old. The first lesson Robert learned from his rich dad was that the rich don't work for money. Fear is the primary emotion that drives people when it comes to money. Fear of not being able to pay bills, losing their jobs, or returning to square one. Most people don't study money. They look for jobs, earn a salary, and spend it on their expenses, thinking that earning more will solve their problems. But they don't realize the real issue isn't lack of money, it's lack of financial education. This fear of not having enough money mixes with a strong desire to spend. When people get a raise, they immediately think of buying better cars, bigger houses, or luxury items. This cycle traps them, making money control their lives, and they end up stuck in what Kiyosaki calls the rat race. The key to escaping this cycle lies in financial education. If you want to achieve wealth, the most important lesson is understanding the difference between assets and liabilities, and focusing on acquiring assets. Assets put money in your pocket, while liabilities take money out. For example, writing a book and earning royalties creates positive cash flow, which makes it an asset. In contrast, paying for a subscription that drains your income is a liability. Kiyosaki emphasizes the importance of saving and investing. He cites examples of people who won the lottery or athletes earning millions in their 20s, but later ended up broke. The reason? They lacked financial education and didn't invest in assets. To avoid this, start by learning about money. Focus on building assets like small businesses, investments in stocks, intellectual property, or real estate. Think of every dollar you invest in assets as an employee working for you 24/7 to generate income. Over time, as your assets grow, they can generate enough income to cover your expenses, granting you financial independence. This is when you achieve true freedom, when your passive income exceeds your living costs. But beware, achieving this requires patience and sacrifice. It's not an overnight process. You must prioritize long-term gains over short-term pleasures. In summary, always aim to invest in assets. Keep your job, but work on building your financial portfolio alongside it. Over time, the income generated from your assets will allow you to enjoy luxuries guilt-free as your wealth continues to grow. The final lesson in Rich Dad, Poor Dad is that the rich create money. Before you start investing, first invest in your education. Learn about opportunities, develop ideas, and use them to create wealth. Remember, it's not money you lack, but the ideas to generate it. Success doesn't come to the smartest people, but to those who are ambitious and take action. This was a brief summary of Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. If you enjoy this type of content, let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.